Two champions of the light heavyweight division collide, both with proven power. Gvozdyk is an outside fighter who gets his power from the full extension of his punches. Beterbiev, on the other hand, has hammering power. Gvozdyk must maintain Beterbiev at range if he wants to stand a chance. In the early rounds, your legs are fresh, but the question is, how many rounds will it take before you have to stand in front of your opponent? When facing a brute powerhouse such as Beterbiev, every punch inflicts damage, even if you're blocking. A structure can only withstand so much battering before it topples over from the wrecking ball. The suffocation alone of a power puncher standing directly in front of you, shadowing your every movement, is enough to keep you tense enough to slowly drain your energy. Every movement counts in the early rounds. Once Beterbiev decides to switch to his second gear, the mauling doesn't end. An elite puncher utilizes the most subtle movements in order to get the punches to land, never moving more than necessary in order to savor the power throughout the 12-round fight. A puncher's power diminishes along with their stamina. A mauler such as Beterbiev punches very short. The thudding shots don't require any load in order to gain power. Those shots are very hard to see due to little or no telegraph. Beterbiev had such power that even his jab was capable of backing up the biggest of champions. The difference between the two punches are who is capable of handling the hammers. Beterbiev has such destructive power that he was willing to trade blow for blow with his opponents until they realized the devastation that came with every punch. A very hard-nosed way of taking control of the fight. By the fourth round, Gvozdyk's movement had already begun to slow. It's hard for big men to constantly move. At this point, Beterbiev was absorbing every punch with barely taking a step backwards. Being that Gvozdyk was an outside fighter, Beterbiev figured out how to maneuver onto the inside by getting past his jab. An outside fighter can become very uncomfortable on the inside, especially when the punches start to rain in. The power of Beterbiev slowly chipped away at Gvozdyk's resistance. The pressure constantly learned of the slow suffocation of every round. When you have a power pressure fighter not giving you an inch of movement, it's hard to develop any type of game plan as you have minimal time to think, nonetheless react. Every second is a fight, on top of having hammers clambering constantly with the bad intentions of not only breaking your guard, but your will as well. The more sturdy fighter in Beterbiev was able to generate more power as his feet were always in better position. He only moves as much as needed in order to land his shots. An outside fighter feels uncomfortable on the inside because the angles are a lot shorter on the inside. It is harder to land hooks and uppercuts if you are not familiar with the angles and positionings. The shorter punch lands first. Since Beterbiev always had his feet in position and knew how to maneuver his way onto the inside, he was able to shoot his punches from where it was at.
Exchange from both guys. He cannot miss with that shot. And both guys exchanging punches right here. Wow. Right versus...
It's fair.
If Gvozdyk is throwing a foul, overhand right, he got to be wary of.
Gvozdyk like he's in command.
And then you get these He got hit with a body shot and he
Body
needed
shot
to breathe.
made him stop.
You can only swim against the current for so long before it begins to take you down. The constant pressure, along with the battering hammers, take a toll on any man. Once the stamina is depleted, your legs begin to lose strength.
This is a clear Beterbiev round as he's on the attack on the end. Beterbiev is mauling right now, right uppercut.
It is unfavorable for any man, as he is unable to fight off the mauler. An armor can only take so much damage before it begins to pierce. And that's exactly what happened once Beterbiev took control of the fight. Not 1 second was wasted of constant mauling. The power and constant pressure broke Gvozdyk before the sound of the 11th round was able to sound.
Champions in a unification bout. Beterbiev getting the best of it here. Comes in again. Then a short left hand on the inside. Gvozdyk is hurt. He wants to close the show. Gvozdyk survive here and make it to these championship rounds. He goes down again. Beterbiev is Artur Beterbiev, 14. Trying to come over the top with the right hand. That's it. It's over. Won the day.
Here we see Beterbiev. He knew Gvozdyk was on his way. Here we see him step to the side, land a grazing shot right there. Another flicking shot. But Gvozdyk,
What he did was he took him back 10 years ago when he knocked him out. That's what he took him back to. Pressuring him, bullying him in it, being hungry, being to get this job done. And here's the end of the fight. And the ref scenes it.